Hello, everybody. Welcome to Drive Thru. I'm your host, Tony T. We broadcast live here on Pig Dogs and Sports Chat Plays YouTube channel and throughout social media. We'll get you out here well before the top of the hour, give you guys enough time to get those bets in for the primetime games. And that's what we do here on the Drive Thru Monday through Friday here at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. Is deliver live free sports picks for the games beginning at 7 p.m. Eastern Time and later. And deliver those winners are professional handicappers over at Pig Dogs and at Sports Chat Plays. Let's take a peek at who's on the show with us here for today. Let's bring him in right now. We got Tony Brown in. We got Dave Briggs, Alex Smart. We got Ron Zawacky, Shane Mickle. We've got also Ninos, and we've got Damian Sosh. Here's how they're going to line up for this evening. We got Smart, Sosh, Brown, Ninos, Mickle, Briggs, Zawacky, and then I will close this one out. All right, 4-game card here from NBA. We got a good hockey card as well, so let's get this one underway. Let's go to welcome in Alex Smart. You'll find him over at Pick Dog Sprim, where he does great work up there. See him up there in college football, top of leaderboards. I think we'll get him in right now, Alex. Alex, what's happening?
Good. How's everything, Tony?
Everything's great. All right. Feeling great. Ready to roll this NBA card tonight, 7:30 Eastern Time. The Pelicans here, the Hubble Pelicans. They'll be hosting the Mavericks here. Mavericks laying 6, total 218.5.
Yeah, I'm not pimping any NHL this week. I'm not feeling good about my Islanders pick right now, but it's still early in the season. I've been going on about that for 2 years now. But anyway, we'll move on, and we're going to do some NBA tonight. Started my NBA season, with a lot of profits so far. So hopefully we can continue those profits with a free selection for everybody tonight too. We've got two teams. We've got Dallas, which is a strong defensive team as usual. And we have the Pelicans, the injury-riddled Pelicans already. Are we surprised? And, it's early in the season, but, looking at the numbers, they're both top 5 adjusted offenses. But, look at some of the competition they went against. So I'm not going to take that too seriously here. The Pelicans do rank 13th in pace, and the Mavericks all the way down at the bottom, almost at 25th, which we're not surprised with. And, last year both teams were in the bottom third of the league and also in pace. So, I'm expecting a slower game than a lot of people maybe expect based on the early season numbers. Zion Williamson is not 100%. Haven't looked at an update in the last hour. Is he playing this evening? Tony, do you know?
Yep, here are the updates in this one. Williamson out.
Williamson is out. Okay, so like I was going to say, he's not 100%, and now he's out. And, that's not a good situation with Ingram. Also, probably not playing or less than 100%. And also, we're looking at this, and you have to remember something key here. Without Williamson, this team is not going to have much of a transition game. So, and they rank 18th in points per 100 in the half court. So you see where I'm going with this. And, another thing is the Pelicans have not been shooting very much from beyond the arc, not feeling confident with that, not having the bodies to be able to do that. And maybe a few more tonight, but we have to remember this is a Dallas team that is an amazing perimeter defensive squad. And, it really looks like this number is just a little bit too high. I'm going to go with the under here tonight.
Yeah, I just really can't argue that one. The under here with the Mavericks and Pelicans. I mean, we saw what happened in New Orleans last year when Ingram wasn't able to play. Right, it just went to nowhere. They do have McCollum in there, and of course Williamson out. And don't forget that Jones and Lewis. Those are two players that contribute with points off the bench. They haven't played now. They're also missing. So they are missing some depth on their bench, which is also a issue here against the Mavericks team. Also, don't forget they got the rookie here, Liddell, who's not been able to play out of college. I don't know, from Ohio State, second-round pick. But anyway, but so those two bench players also, don't neglect the Jones and Lewis injury is significant too against the Dallas team that has been, they've come out to play here. There was a lot of people, saying that the Knicks got the better of it with Brunson coming over and the Dallas getting Christian Wood. They thought that the Knicks got the better of it, but so far Wood has started to put up some points up there.
Yeah, and that's not surprising either. I think overall, what you have, and just looking at the Pelicans right away, Williamson's fragile. He's been fragile since he was in college basketball late in his career. Now he's fragile again. Really, some issues here have to be, you have to take in considerations here on Zion Williamson, and I don't know what's going to change with this kid because I mean he's always injured. So that's a particular problem for the Pelicans. And I see no problems as long as this Dallas team can stay healthy. This is a team that's really going to make some noise this year. So we're gonna see where this goes.
Oh, we'll see. And indeed, here we got an underplayer from Alex here. Really good defensive being played here by the Dallas Mavericks here. I was just kind of looking up here. This team from New Orleans here, where they sit here on the, they're in the top half in efficiency defensive efficiency are the Pelicans. So under total 218.5. This one to have a start time here of 7:30 Eastern time. All right, Alex, let's go over at Pick Dodge. We're doing fantastic work here in college football. Also over the past a few days, 7 days, 30 days, that you've been putting up some really good results as well. All right, 4-game board here on the NBA card, as well as a big card here from hockey. What do you have going on over at Pick Dodge Premium?
Well, tonight, I just focused on one selection. I hate to cheat ahead, and I'm always looking for some good lines on college football and NFL this time of year. So I concentrated on one game that I saw on the board, and I'm going to go with that one selection tonight. Hopefully we have some more action tomorrow, but as the week goes on, we're going to have a lot more action, of course. We've got all the leagues in action pretty well now, except for college basketball, and that's right around the corner. So right now, if you want a great bargain, a great package price, instead of going on an individual basis on a daily basis, join me for a month. We'll make some money together, and you won't even have to pay that much for it at that point. It's actually great value when you look around the internet, and amazing value too.
That's right, guys. I got over with Alex Smart over at Pick Dog. Great results here in a college football. 1,176 units of profit. Also showing great profit last 30 days, last 7 days, coming off a big winning day yesterday. That NBA Sharp Money late Steam side is up right now from Alex. Profit guarantee, credit guarantee means it must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account. That is credit guarantee. Also, as the long-term passes will serve you well. You can get on board here. Here we are. On a Tuesday, that 7-day all sports pass will get you all of Alex's plays first 7 days. Would include, well, his World Series plays, right? You'll get the games 1, 2, and 3. Also the NHL for 7 days. We got NFL here Thursday, Sunday, and Monday. College football here coming up on Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. A lot of action. Big cards here. NBA tomorrow. We've got the NHL as well. So a great time to get that 7-day all sports pass. With all these sports overlapping, it's a great time to do it, to get that 7-day all sports pass. And of course, the way Alex is running, you can also extend that if you like a 1-month pass. With that 1-month pass, that will also feature college basketball, which starts in 13 days from now. 2 weeks from yesterday is when they tip it off. It's getting closer and closer to Halloween. Like I said, I did predict that Halloween night will be the opening night for college basketball. That was my prediction. We'll see if that comes through. But it's getting closer and closer now to Halloween. So here we go. November 7th is inching closer. So that will also be part of that 1-month all sports pass, by the way. If you get that, and of course that promo code is 15 off, will save you 15%. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 capper promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Alex, as always, great having you on the show. Keep up that great work. We'll talk to you in a couple days.
And I want to get inside your head about the Trojans, the USC Trojans, college basketball team this year. So next time I see you, I'll pump you for all that information.
You got it. We're ready for that. All right, Alex Smart here on the drive through. Let's continue on with our coverage, guys. Next up will be Damian Sosh. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs Premiums out there in the Philadelphia area. Must be happy to see, excited here for the Phillies hosting a World Series again. I know people in LA appreciate the fact that they knocked out the Padres. It was I know a lot of friends of mine who were happy to see that. But let's go ahead and bring in Damian in right now. Let's get him in the show. All right, Damian, what's happening?
Hey, how you doing, Tony? I tell you what, Sunday it was like a movie script. You couldn't write a better script than that. I was just watching it was unbelievable. It really was.
Yeah, really unbelievable. Great game there. Of course, they're looking at a really good World Series. You really can't count out these Phillies because what they've done is pretty amazing. Look at the teams they've gone through.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you get hot at the right time. You get two good starters there at the front of the rotation and timely hitting, and that's exactly what they're getting. And I mean, they're getting the breaks. You don't always get the breaks, but they should be getting the breaks. Is what you need to win a World Series. And like I said, it's like a movie right now with that game on Sunday. Everybody's riding a high. That's for sure.
Yeah, and also too, it's the clutch hitting, right? The clutch hitting, you really need it there in these timely games. It came through. They got over that bad loss in that middle relief We do see the middle relief has been kind of the sore spot, but somehow, some way, they've been able to get through it. You got to get those starters in deep, get to the back end of the bullpen, and they've been in great shape. And then when they do get in trouble, the bats come through for them. So that's been a great combination there with this Phillies team. So keep an eye here for a competitive World Series. But tonight, speaking of competitive, look at this one: Suns and Warriors. It's competitive. Everyone's healthy. That's what you got. That's the great part about this one. You're early in the season. Suns here laying a point half, total 227. But you're going to look at this one a different way.
Well, actually, I have the
Wrong.
Pelicans.
Pelicans, right? That's right. You do have the Pelicans. For some reason, this game was on my mind. I don't know why it was on my mind for some reason. You had the Pelicans. It's the one, right? There you go.
Yeah, no worries, Tony. Hey, we kind of just talked about this a little bit. We're talking about Brandon Ingram and Zion Williamson being out for the Pelicans. And so what's going to happen? We're going to see a heavy workload here for C.J. McCollum. And I like the over 23.5 points here for C.J. McCollum. Look, I know Dallas, they play great defense, but we don't need the Pelicans to score as a team. We need just McCollum to put them up. He's definitely a guy that's capable of putting up the points in his career. His last 7 years of his career, he's averaged over 20 points per game. As a Pelican last year, he averaged the highest point total in his career, over 24 points per game. So he's going to be getting a heavy workload. Already this year, he's averaged over 34 minutes per game, and he's getting 19 shots up per game. And that's with Zion Williamson and Brandon Ingram when they're playing. So without them, obviously, he's going to be getting a big-time workload. He's coming off a 28-point performance against the Jazz. And sometimes, the other team, when they see two big stars out on their opponent, they take, you see like the maybe a little bit lazy in the beginning. You don't take it as seriously, maybe not into it as much as they could. And again, that just is going to help out here McCollum get his point. So he's going to be getting his shots, and they're going to be going in. I like him to go over the point total here for C.J. McCollum.
Yeah, so over this point total here from Damian, over total of 23.5 points. Hard to argue that one. I mean, 31 minutes in game one, 32 minutes in game two, and then, hey, we need you now, buddy. We got some injuries. 41 minutes there in that game against Utah. Over.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, like I said, even with those guys on the floor, he's averaging over 19 shot attempts per game. So he's getting his looks no matter what, and I expect him to get a lot more in this one.
All right, we got Damian here on C.J. McCollum, over 23.5 points here in game one of that TNT doubleheader. All right, Damian, let's take a look over here at Pig Dogs Premium here for tonight's action. Of course, we do have those 4 games on the board here from the NBA, a huge card here from the NHL as well. What do you have going on over at Pig Dogs Premium?
Yeah, we're looking to bounce back. We kind of a rough weekend, but we're going to get that back this week, and I feel a nice run coming on. And tonight I have 3 plays out there for you. I have a side in the NBA and a total in the NBA, and also a total in the NHL. You can get all those 3 together in my Winner's Circle Pass for just $40, or they're all for sale individually. So, whatever works best for you guys, check it out. And once that wins, hook yourself up with a 3-7 30-day plan. Every sport is just about in action right now, so hop on board, guys. It's a great time.
That's right, guys. Get on board here with Damian Sosh over at Pig Dogs Premium. Come off a winning day yesterday. Winner's Circle Pass. He takes his 3 best bets, puts them together in a 3-pack. That is a profit guarantee. Must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. Of course, Damian does have a lot of these plays sold individually as well on the board, so get on board there. Here we are on a Tuesday. You can get on board with Damian's 7-day All Sports Pass. All of Damian's plays for 7 days, including all his NBA for 7 days. Also in action NHL. The World Series, you get the first 3 games of the World Series there as well. In this round, remember, we got games Friday, Saturday, and Monday. And, of course, the NFL, college football as well. So a good time to get on board with Damian on the long-term pass. So go ahead and get signed up. Use the promo code WIN15 at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Damian, as always, great having you on the show. We'll talk with you again in a few days.
Good talking, Tony. Have a good one.
You got it. Damian Sosh here on the drive too. Let's continue on. See, a lot of people signed in here, guys. If you missed any picks, we will do a complete recap at the end of the show, so stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive through. It's time to go up to Las Vegas, Nevada. It's Tony Brown on the show. Tony Brown, what's happening?
Tony T, what's going on, bro?
It's going great. Yeah, the Raiders are back. They're back. They're back in the picture again. So it's great to see. They covered.
It was just the Texans, but I got a feeling that was the streak. That one win starts the streak. I think we're gonna go on like a 6-game, 7-game win streak, and then we're playoff bound still.
I got to call that. That counts as 2 wins. You know why Tony Brown was 2 wins? You beat the Texans and you beat the Sharps. So that was 2 wins.
Right, we count that as 2 because we did beat the number on that one too. That was a great win. Josh Jacobs, man, he has a dog in his heart.
That's right, indeed. All right, here we go. Going on the ice tonight as the Kraken will be hosting. Keep an eye on the Sabres team. They got some young players out there. They've been making some noise. That guy Tuck, it looks really good with puck handling, scoring. But anyway, Kraken here laying -130, total 6.5.
Yeah, they do, man. This is like an amazing turnaround. Like you mentioned, Tuckin, they got him from Vegas. And he's been like, a big spark over there. They got Owen, the #1 draft pick. He only has 2 points, but he's been on the ice like 25, 30 minutes a game almost. Like, he's a gamer. He's in the starting lineup. The lights aren't too big for him. And whatever reason, it worked. They're 4-1. Taking Buffalo over the years, they've been the team we faded, the laughingstock or whatever. But it only takes, that one season, those couple players to turn it around. And it seems like they're on a turnaround streak. They've been underdogs in every single game, and they've only lost one. That was to Florida by 1 goal. They beat 5-0 right now if it was just a 1-goal difference. So it's not like they had an easy schedule. They were dogs in all of the games. They beat Calgary. They beat Edmonton, Connor McDavid and them. Like, they're beating some good teams. They're beating them down. They won on the road 3 times. Of the 4-1 record, they're 3-0 on the road. So they're actually where, Seattle right now is where Buffalo used to be. They're much better than they were in their expansion season, but they're still just a second-year team, you know what I mean? And the record shows it. They're struggling, and it takes time. You don't just jump into the NHL and just win right away unless you're the Golden Knights. So other than that, I still expect Seattle to struggle a little bit, and the fact that Buffalo's getting plus money really doesn't scare me. They've been plus money every single game, including the 3-0 record that they have on the road. So if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Take the small underdog money and let's keep Buffalo rolling.
Yeah, Tony Brown here on the Sabres plus 110 here against the Kraken. Yeah, hard to argue that. This road trip has been a perfect 3-0 so far on this road trip. It's been very impressive here for the Buffalo Sabres, how they've played in here. And of course they still have another road game into Montreal, so this is going to continue after this game. Then they're back home on the 29th against the Blackhawks. But what really impressed me here, it's not just about outscoring opponents. They're holding these teams down. Edmonton, the scoring machine, only scored 2 goals on them. Calgary, another good offensive team, just 3. And then sweeping this Western Canada swing here, beating Buffalo beating Vancouver 5-1 here a few days ago.
Right. I have mentioned that in the thing. They're not just like winning against the NHL's bottom feeders, or they're not, winning some close games and being lucky. Their one close game was the game that they lost, and that's keeping them from being 5-0. So these guys are taking care of business on the offense and defensive end of the puck. They got new players over there, 3 new guys. That's some new life, new energy, and it looks like we got a new Buffalo team. It's early. It's 5 games into the season, but from what we look like after 5 games, the Kraken look like an expansion team in their second year, and Buffalo look like they may have turned the corner a bit, and so we're going to ride them while they're hot. Especially money.
I was saying, what I was mentioning here, the impressive thing is the fact that they've been able to expand their winning margin in each road game. They win by 2 at Edmonton, win by 3 at Calgary. Then they pounded Vancouver. So this is a team that is building on it and pounding teams here. A 3-goal win against Calgary. Hey, that makes noise. You beat Vancouver. There's no letdown. You come in, just pound Vancouver by 4 goals. A very impressive trip so far for these Sabres. Like we said, some of the young talent coming through. We got Tony Brown here on the Sabres plus 110 against the Kraken. This is one of the late games tonight. One of the 3 late games tonight. This one 10 Eastern time. All right, Tony Brown, let's take a look over at Pick Dog for tonight's action. We have those 4 games on the board from the NBA. A big hockey card as well. Doing great work in the NHL, right? Tony Brown, it seems like we see that every year around this time of the year, Tony Brown. Great year in NHL, great year in NHL. Here we go again, 680 units of profit, 2022-23. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, man, same with the NHL. Shout out to Al Ninos. He actually got me number 1 last year. So he finished number 1, but I was right there at number 2. So I'm looking to come back. But we're already off to a great start. And tonight is an all hockey night. I didn't really like anything in the NBA, so we stayed away. Football's later in the week. So tonight is a big card in the NHL, and we're all over it. I already gave you my free play. Plus, I have 3 premium picks up there, make it a 4-play night, and parlay it. I think we're going to cash them all tonight.
That's right, guys. I got aboard Tony Brown over at Pick Dogs. For him, 680 units of profit in the NHL. That is all documented. Also showing great profit over the past 30 days with 451 units. Numbers are all documented over at Pick Dogs. For him, also showing profit in baseball, showing profit in the NFL this year, showing profit in the NBA this year. Tony Brown is showing profit league-wide here right now. It's been on absolute fire, especially with all these sports overlapping. It's a good time to get on board with Tony Brown right now over at Pick Dogs. Has his Tuesday triple play up there for you. Has 3-pack credit guarantee. Takes his top 3 picks tonight and puts them in a 3-pack. They must turn a profit or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That is credit guarantee. A lot of the plays are sold individually. Of course, the way Tony Brown is running right now, you may consider the 1-month all sports pass or longer. Get all of Tony Brown's premium plays for a month. Includes all his NBA, includes all his NFL, as well as college football, NHL, the entire World Series. And that's right, also college basketball is in play as it begins 13 days from now. So here we go with all the sports overlapping. And of course, Tony Brown, year-round being in Vegas, you keep your eye on everything that moves up there on the TV screens, on the betting boards, but that VIP 1-year sports pass is for the everyday player.
Yeah, for sure. You said it yourself. We turn profit in all the leagues. And then the best thing about our site is the transparency record. You don't have to take our word for it just because we're on the show. Just go to the site, and it shows you exactly how many units we're up. It shows you all the wins, all the losses. So, yeah, you're pass. If you're serious about making money, that's the only way to go.
That's right, guys. 1-year all sports pass here from Tony Brown. Get all of his, stop playing per day, per sport. Get every single pick that Tony Brown releases for a year. And of course, you could use the promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll save 15% off, which is a significant discount there. Comes out to another $195 off that price when you use that. It becomes to less than about $100 a day, less than $100 a month there for the Tony Browns, like $3 a day. That's a really good price there for Tony Brown's 1-year all sports pass. Instead of buying all these plays individually, just get the 1-year pass, and you're locked in with Tony Brown's premium service here at Pick Dogs for 1 year. Use the promo code at that checkout. You can also save even more money when you on the 2-for-1 cap promotion when you add a second capper to that, and save even more money. All right, Tony Brown, as always, great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Always appreciate being here, Tony, and I'll see you guys on Thursday.
See you on Thursday indeed. Tony Brown here on the drive to. Let's continue on our coverage. If you missed any picks, guys, we'll have a recap to recap them all. Let's continue on here. It's time to welcome in El Ninos. We got a lot of hockey on the board today. El Ninos was the unit leader over at Pick Dogs in the NHL last year. Tony Brown was right on his heels. So we're going to get the hockey plays here from both today. Let's bring them in right now. El, what's happening?
Yeah, appreciate the shout outs there, and just I want to return the favor a little bit and say, yeah, Tony did a great job as well last year, and I do like his pick tonight a lot. It almost was a premium play for me, actually. So is this one, by the way. So let's get to it.
Let's get this to it right now. Here we go at 7 Eastern time tonight. The Bruins here to host the Stars. The Bruins minus 150. Total sits at 6.
Yeah, laying a little bit of juice here with the Bruins, but we have a couple advantages going for us here. They got the home ice advantage where they've been playing some great hockey, and the rest advantage to go along with that. Dallas coming off a game last night. Now, they did save the starting goalie for this one, but will that be enough? I don't know. I don't want to knock them. They've had a great season to start so far, but I believe that definitely at full strength, I would choose the Bruins over the Stars. But the way they've been playing, even without Marchand in the lineup and without McAvoy there, they've looked good still, this Bruins team, and they still got a lot of talent on the ice. And I still probably think they're the better team on paper, despite those couple major injuries there. And all that being said, I'm going with the Bruins here, laying a little bit of juice. Again, you can lay a bit on the puck line or take them in regulation if you're not a big fan of laying juice. But I don't mind the price here. I think it's a pretty decent price considering it's all the advantages we're getting earlier.
Yeah, rest advantage here. Bruins a perfect 4-0 at home this year, coming off a win here back they're going to have 2 days of rest. So this is a pretty significant rest advantage here for the Bruins, getting 2 days off after winning at home against in overtime against Minnesota. A lot of shots on goal there. But again, really good penalty kill. When you look here at the Bruins here, you look over their past 4 games, they've only allowed 1 power play goal in their past, looks like 15 tries. 1 of 15 the opponent's been on their power play.
Yeah, both those teams have been good there. They're both good defensive teams. I talked a lot about a little bit, I should say, not a lot about Jake Oettinger being a good goalie, but it's not like Omark's been bad either for the Bruins. I think it should be a great matchup here between 2 good goalies. You got 2 solid defenses as well. I'm probably expecting more of probably I'd probably take the under if I had to take a total here, but I definitely like the side on the Bruins better.
All right, likes the sides better on the Bruins. Bruins minus 150 against the Stars. This one have a start time here of 7 Eastern time. All right, let's take a look over at Pick Dog Spin for tonight's action. Is, of course, doing great work right now. We see 1,059 units of profit over the last 30 days. That is all documented. You can verify that by going over to Pick Dog Spin. Go down to the pick history. You can see every play Al has documented up on the site. All right, Al, we've got lots of action tonight on the ice. Those 4 from the NBA. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
I got a 3-pack, just 2 plays in the NBA and just 1 in the NHL. Small card in the NBA, but I did like these 2 plays a lot. In the NHL, as I already mentioned, a couple plays that probably could have made it a premium, but just went with the 1 tonight, and I do like it quite a bit. So check that out. Check the 3-pack or check a long-term pass out.
That's right, guys. Got on board with El Ninos showing profit in the NFL this year, as well as NHL and NBA to start these young seasons. But over the past 30 days, he's produced 1,059 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs. 3-pack right now from El Ninos, NBA, NHL, puts them together here. His 2 best NBAs with his best bet from the NHL into a 3-pack. Credit guarantee, must win, or the amount you purchase is credit back in your account for side credits. That's credit guarantee. A lot of plays, of course, sold individually. But the way Al is running, you may consider the 1-month All Sports Pass. Get all of Al's premium plays here for a month, which include all his NBA, all his NHL, NFL, college football, the entire World Series, and of course, college basketball is in play as it begins in just 13 days. So college basketball is fast approaching. That is also part of that 1-month All Sports Pass. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll save 15% off. You can also add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion. Even greater value there. All right, Al, it's always great having you show. Keep up the great work, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
All right, thanks, Tony, and have a good one.
You got it. El Ninos here on the drive. We've seen a lot of people sign in right now. If you missed any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. A lot of NBA as well as another hockey on the back end of the show. So let's continue on here, and we're going to hit the big game tonight. Let's go ahead and welcome in Shane Mickle. If I'm over at Pick Dogs, we're putting up fantastic numbers again on the board. Bring him in right now. Shane, what's happening?
How's it going tonight, Tony?
It's going great. All right, here we go. 10 Eastern time, TNT, the doubleheader game late night. Suns here to host the Warriors. The Suns minus 1.5, total 227.
Yeah, this line has moved a lot since I sent this play in this morning, but it doesn't change my play at all. This is the marquee matchup of the night and a good test for both these teams. It's early season, but it really is a good test for how these teams' seasons might go. And I think that the play here is with the Warriors. The Suns' defense has been good this year. They've been strong, but those numbers are a little skewed with just their pace. They want to play a slower pace, and I think the Warriors are going to be able to speed them up here. The Warriors probably have the most talent in the NBA. You got Andrew Wiggins just took the pay cut to come back, coming off a game where he put up 24 points. James Wiseman, who's only playing 20 minutes a night. I think another team. This guy would start being talked about as being a budding superstar, but he's just lost in the shuffle with this Warriors team. And one of the big reasons that they can play this fast pace is because of how deep their bench is. The Suns have a lot of talent, but I don't think their bench is this deep. I think the Warriors run them out of the gym here, and I think I'm going to take the Warriors on the money line.
All right, we got Shane going with the Warriors here on the money line here against the Suns. I mean, some of those that look at series histories head-to-head, remember, a lot of these teams had a lot of injured players over the past when they met. But I noticed one thing here. The last 2 games that Curry was in the lineup for the Warriors healthy, the Warriors had won each game against the Suns, 1 home and away.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, he's definitely the X factor. We talk about all those other those other players. But this offense still revolves around Steph. And he's coming off a game where he had 33 points. I don't see anyone on that Suns team that can defend him. Trying to slow him down. And even if they do, even if they're able to take him away, there's just so much talent on that Warriors team. It's going to be hard to slow the rest of the team down in their offense.
What do you make out of the end of that Warriors game against Sacramento? It was kind of a weird game. The Warriors were clear up and up, and then we're going to win double digits up at 20 at one point. They go to the bench. It felt confident, even if you had the Warriors here, even laying the big number. But then the bench gets outscored to close the game at 16-4. Now I do understand in those situations that you're trying to milk clock, and I think psychologically it can have an impact on your offense because you're pretty much thrown in the game to just eat time off the clock.
Yeah, definitely. You're not running the same. You're not looking. I mean, because the Warriors' offense is built off the quick shots. Early in the shot clock, and I think that's a big thing. When you're burning clock late, there's not as many of those early shots in the shot clock. You're moving the ball around more. Running down the clock. But yeah, I definitely don't think you're gonna have to worry about the Suns making a comeback tonight. It's definitely gonna be a closer game than that. So I wouldn't expect the bench to be closing out the game here.
Yeah, it's just the thing. If you're kind of concerned about the bench, it's kind of those weird situations with the Warriors bench. They got a tongue lashing there from the head coach. But again, it's one of those situations where you're just there just to milk the clock. They didn't run, like you said, a lot of players, a lot of dribbling, a lot of people flat-footed on the court. It's a totally different situation. So if you take a look at how that looked, you're not going to see that look from the bench in this one. Because you're not trying to hold a 20-point lead here late. It's a situation where you're going to get full out play.
Yeah, definitely. And if you just look at the final score of that game, they only beat the Kings by 5. Wow, are they really be able to compete here with this Suns team? It was basically 130 points put up by the starter. They only scored 17 in the last quarter, so it was 113 points put up by the starters in 3 quarters. I think that's going to play with the Suns just fine.
Yeah, no doubt about that. As I said, the bench also contributed in that lead. That's the bench when you're out there full out, they perform. When you're trying to milk clock, that's not their game. But anyway, all you got to do is win the game here. That's the purpose on the money line. You're getting points too on that on plus 105 here against the Suns. This one to have a start time here of 10 Eastern time. All right, Shane, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs for tonight's action. As we said, Shane has been really doing fantastic work over at Pick Dogs. 1,133 units of profit over the last 30 days. Shane showing profit again this year in the NHL, off to a great start in the NBA as well. Of course, we do have those 4 games on the board here from the NBA, big NHL card. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yeah, I've got a couple different options up there for tonight. I've got 2 sampler packs. If you want more of my NHL, there's one that's got my 2 best NHL and my top NBA. Or if you want more of my NBA, it's got my 2 best NBA and my top NHL for $39.99. Or hop on something long term. The results have spoken for themselves. My NHL and NBA are off to strong starts, so hop on that 7-day or 30-day pass. College basketball is right around the corner. Another sport I love handicapping. There's no better time than right now in terms of volume in different sports than to hop on a 30-day pass with all 5 sports in action with the MLB World Series starting up here in a couple days.
That's right, guys. Got a board here with Shane Mickle over at Pig Dog Stream tonight. You want to try him out? He's got a sampler, a 3-pack up there right now. Puts together his 2 top NBA plays with an NHL for Tuesday. There's another sampler up there as well. A couple of us choose from 6 plays up there from Shane over at Pick Dog Stream. Also an NBA 3-pack, so it was in heavy tonight with action over on the site. So get on board. And as Shane was alluding to, that 1-month all sports pass is a really good value right now. The way Shane's running, get all of Shane's premium picks he picks here for 30 days. That would also include all his NBA, all his college basketball. Remember, college basketball starts in 13 days. That's right. I mean, the leaves are starting to turn brown. That means college basketball is on the way. It is. NFL, college football, the entire World Series. And I know Shane delves into, he also delves into, MMA as well. So he'll have those occasional MMA plays in there. I don't know if you're doing World Cup, but anyway, get on board there because that would also include the first week. If any of the cappers are, we'll see. We don't have too much soccer coverage anymore, but again, this is going to be a huge tournament coming up. But get on board with Shane Mickle. That 1-month all sports pass, a great value right now. Use the promo code 15 off at checkout. You'll be able to save 15% off. And of course, you can add a second capper with that 2-for-1 cap promotion, even greater value there. All right, Shane, it's always great having you show. Keep up that great work, and we'll talk with you again in a couple days.
And even if you don't, even if I don't put any World Cup up there, I do the Champions League, the Europa League, and the English Premier League, and then I will be covering the World Cup on Sports Chat Play. So even if I don't have any premium picks, make sure to check out all the written content for free on Sports Chat Plays.
All right, yeah, check out their written content from Shane for that big World Cup tournament coming up in just about 3 weeks away. So check him out there. All right, Shane, keep up that great work. We'll talk with you again in a couple days.
Sounds good. Have a good night, Tony.
You got it. Shane Mickle here on the drive. So again, a lot of people coming in here. If you miss any of our picks, we'll do a complete recap here at the end of the show. Stay tuned for that. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. It is time to welcome in Jay Briggs. You'll find him over at Pick Dogs. Check out his video, James Jams, right there over on YouTube, over on the Pick Dogs YouTube channel. He does great work there. Also works a lot with Mitch on the halftime shows. You'll check him out over at Pick Dogs Premium. Let's bring in Jay right now, who's been off to a fantastic start in the NBA. Jay, what's happening?
What's going on, Tony? How you doing?
Doing great. All right, here we go. 8 Eastern time. Thunder here to host the Clippers. This one's come down a bit. We saw double digits on the overnights. It's kind of settled in about -8. Clippers favored here, total 214.
Now, Tony, it's even came down again. We're at 6.5 now. Clippers. Kawhi Leonard just got listed as out during the show. So the Clippers will be without Kawhi Leonard and Paul George tonight. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is in tonight for the Thunder. That's the thing. This is why the drive-through is one of the best shows that you guys can watch every night. You get late information on injuries right before the game start. You can catch the best lines. I'm laying the 8 here in this one with the Clippers, but y'all guys can go get the 6.5. I love the Clippers here tonight, even without Kawhi Leonard and Paul George. There's one team. If there's one team that's equipped to play without their superstars, and we've seen play without their superstars and play well, it's the Los Angeles Clippers. And I just think this is a good spot for them, a good bounce back spot after they fell short in their last one to the Suns. They kind of got embarrassed in that one, and I just think they bounced back against a weak Thunder team. We will make a lot of money on the Thunder Buddies this year, as we always do. They are a good backdoor cover team. But here tonight, I just think the Clippers have enough, and they jump all over the Thunder. I'm going to lay the points with the Clippers tonight, even without their stars. I think we see a decent game from John Wall. I like most of his over props tonight, as well as Reggie Jackson. This Clipper team is still pretty deep, man, so I'm going to lay the points with them.
All right, we got the Clippers here laying the 8 here against the Thunder. Even if Kawhi wasn't like, to me, I'm going to have a hard time really handicapping this Clipper team, because when you look at the minutes that Kawhi plays, it makes it difficult. You're playing 21 minutes. It's kind of some sort of on-court load management now. Instead of sitting out, we're going to limit your minutes, and you're going to play like an 8th man. You're going to play about 20 minutes on the court, which I think makes it difficult, a challenge here to handicap, because when you're, most of the starters are going to play 36, 38 minutes, but when you're playing 20, 21 minutes, yeah, I think it's difficult to handicap this Clippers team when Kawhi's in the lineup.
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, the minutes even when he's on the court, he plays weird minutes. They don't announce if he's going to be playing until an hour before game time or not. So, the Clippers team is one of the hardest teams to handicap this season. But I still think there's a lot of value there with them, because they're definitely one of the better teams in the NBA. And sometimes you can catch a good line with their stars there, like here tonight.
Yeah, and of course, John Wall's another one, right? Has a series of injuries, and he's going to be one of those 20-minute guys, low-minute guys. We'll see how this plays out in the playoffs, but seems to me they just pretty much on a minutes management system here in the regular season. They have all that depth. Why not just go ahead and use it, right? That's how they look at it.
That's exactly how they look at it. And like I said, they're one of the deeper teams in the NBA, so they're equipped for this. And they're really well coached with Tyronn Lue as well. That's an underrated little nugget there. He's definitely top 5 coach in the NBA. I think they're more than equipped to play here tonight without their 2 stars.
Yeah, he kind of settled it, because when Doc Rivers left, that could have went south quickly. I mean, he was really he stabilized that franchise, because Doc's exit could have had a really bad effect on the team.
Yeah, you're right. It's not often that you go from a Hall of Fame coach or like a high level coach like Doc Rivers to another good coach like Tyronn Lue. Most organizations can't make that switch like that. So the Clippers were fortunate that Tyronn Lue was there, and he didn't get snatched up by the Lakers at that time. I think he's, looking back, that still might have been the right decision to go to the Clippers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. For sure. For sure. This is well, look who the Lakers got. They got someone who has no experience in head coaching. That usually let's face it, that job is usually someone's going in that position who's been around the league in that position long. I'm trying to think. Last time Randy Fund. They had Rambis. It's been nothing but disaster with young rookie coaches in the Lakers organization. So Magic was in there. Remember when the Magic was coaching? You probably weren't around when all this happened anyway. 'Cause you didn't see Jordan play. That's right. You didn't see Jordan play.
Yeah, I didn't.
You didn't see Jordan play. That's right. So the Clippers laying 8 here against the Thunder. This one to have a start time of 8 Eastern time. All right. Jay, let's take a look over at Pick Dogs Premium for tonight, where you've been on fire here in the NBA to start the season. 885 units of profit, all documented over at Pick Dogs Premium. Boy, a good past 7 days here. A good day yesterday. Jay showing great profit, also showing profit in the NFL. So here we go. A lot on the ice. We got 4 on the hardwood. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Yes, sir, Tony. I couldn't find anything that I just loved on the ice tonight. I promise I still got y'all on the ice. I only know I have one play so far this season, but I'm going to have some more on the ice. But I only got one play tonight. It's in the NBA, my $15 NBA Jam Session play. I think, what is it now? We've hit, 5 or 6 in a row? I got to go back and look. It's 5 or 6 in a row on the Jam Session play. And I think we've hit like 6 in a row plays straight up as well. So we're doing really well to begin this NBA season, man. Check out my NBA Jam Session. I go through the entire NBA slate every night. So a lot of great information I give out there. And, just one play tonight, but hop on something long-term, man. Yeah, as y'all can see, the units speak for themselves. I've been on a little heater here lately, so hop on now, man. It's going to pay for itself. Or you can pair me up 2-for-1 capper special. Go check out the leaderboards. Pair me up with your favorite guy. I think Shane Mickle's hot in the NBA right now. We got plenty of guys hot in the NFL. A lot of guys hiding in hockey as well, man. So best thing to do is 2-for-1 capper special or long-term. You get the best value for your dollar. Let's continue making some money here at Pick Dogs.
That's right, guys. I got it for you here with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs. Great results in the NBA. 885 units of profit. Also showing profit here in the NFL. So right tonight, he's got his $15 NBA Jam Session. Credit guarantee must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back in your account for site credits. That's credit guarantee. Also, the longer-term pass, as Jay was mentioning, would be a great value there. The way Jay's running, you should just get that 1-month all sports pass. Got all of Jay's premium plays for a month. Would include all his NBA, also college basketball, which begins in 13 days. 2 weeks from yesterday is when we tip off that monster card. Not a whole lot of marquee matchups, but it's okay because we follow all the teams, so it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter to us. But get on board there with Jay. Of course, that 1-month pass will also feature all his NFL and college football. It's selective on the ice as well. And of course, the remainder of the World Series. He's from Dallas, and he has to see Houston in the World Series, so we'll see how that rolls there. But he's probably been used to it already. He's been used to it. Don't worry about that. Yeah. Well, it's like being a Texan fan. They've seen Dallas in the Super Bowl enough times, too, so it works the other way, too. So get on board there with Jay over at Pick Dogs Premium and get that long-term pass, that 1-month pass. You could save 15% off when you use that promo code 15 off at checkout, and you'll save 15% off. And as you said, use the second capper with the 2-for-1 capper promotion, even greater value there. All right, Jay, it's always great having you show. Keep up that great work. We'll check you out every day, right, on the YouTube channel on Pick Dogs with your NBA Jam.
Every day, NBA Jam Session play on Pick Dogs channel. It's archived throughout the day, too, so you got all day. I release it usually at night, so like somewhere in the nighttime, so you got all day to watch it. As well, tomorrow, I won't be on the drive-through, but me, Mitch, and Big Al, NFL show tomorrow, so y'all guys tune in. We'll go through the entire NFL slate. I love doing that show with those guys. So, yeah, check that out tomorrow as well. Let's make some money, man.
Make some money indeed. Make some money with Jay Briggs over at Pick Dogs Premium. Check him out over on the YouTube channel as well with the NBA Jam Session tomorrow afternoon. Jay and Big Al and Mitch with that NFL show. Every game on the board from the NFL, they'll give out a pick on that game. So check it out. All right, Jay, keep up the great work. We'll talk with you again in a couple days.
All right, Tony. See you in a few days.
You got it. Jay Briggs here on the drive through. Let's continue on here. If you missed picks, we will do a recap at the end of the show. Let's continue on here. Just want to make sure I got everybody right. We got Alex, we got Damian, Tony Brown, Al, Ninos, Shane, Jay, and now it's time for Rod. Okay, I didn't miss anybody. I'm always worried about doing that. Now the show's solo run, I got to keep an eye on these things. All right, let's go ahead. Let's bring in Rod Zawacky if I'm over at Pick Dogs Premium. And of course, if I would have missed somebody, Rod would have let me know anyway. So no worries about that. Let's bring in Rod. Rod, what's happening?
I'd let you know that you didn't miss anybody today.
All right,
we got everybody in there, and we got my pick coming, your pick coming. So let's get more winners.
Let's get some more winners indeed here. This is your game of the night on the ice here on TBS tonight as the Rangers here host the Avalanche here. Colorado favored here, -115, total 6.5.
Yeah, you look at the Avs are favored in this one. They're favored for a reason. They're the champs. So you got to beat the champs to move up in this world. And also, I got a little edge here. You look that in goal for the Avs is Georgiev. He played for the Rangers for the last 5 seasons as backup to the goalie who the Rangers have started tonight, in Shesterkin. And you look at Georgiev, he's off to a great start of the season. He's off to a nice 3-0-1 start, holding teams under 3 goals a game. His last time out, he got a nice 3-2 win, holding Vegas down to 2 goals and getting the Avs the win. And I like him here again. I think he's going to stick it to his old team and be like, hey, you guys want to get rid of me, do you? I'm going to come up here and I'm going to stop you guys big. So I love the Avs tonight. We're going to take the Avalanche over the Rangers. You look at the Rangers, 3-7 in their last 10 games. They're also 1-4 in their last 5, played off of 1 day's rest. Well, you look at the other side, the Avs, 4-1 the last 5 versus these Rangers. Also, the Avs, when they get 2 days of rest or more, they're 11-0. They haven't lost off of 2 days rest. They're also 7-0 on Tuesday nights. Take the Colorado Avalanche. Nice money for us to kick off the week here on the drive.
Kick off the week with the Avalanche -115 against the Rangers. Yeah, Rangers here on a 2-game lose streak, including a home loss to the Sharks of all teams. That's kind of a rough one there. Of course, they beat Anaheim, which looks like another struggling team. Of course, Winnipeg got them as well. So yeah, it's been kind of a struggle since they got that opening night win. There hasn't been only one bright spot, right? One win. Actually no, they started off that 2-0 start. They beat that Minnesota team, and then as you said, they've lost looks like what 3 of their past 4, as you said.
3 of the past 4, yeah. The Rangers have been struggling to grab wins. They've definitely been struggling, and I think Avalanche take advantage of that. That's the far better team, even with a couple injuries that the Avs do have in Taves and Hearn. There's a couple guys out there, but they've still got enough depth here on the Avalanche to run right over these Rangers. As I said, 11-0 off of 2 days rest are these Avalanche teams. So can't go against that perfect trend. Love the Avalanche,
especially the good skating, the fast teams when they come in with rest. Look out! And the Rangers haven't scored much the last two games. They've averaged a goal and a half. Avalanche could score a goal and a half a period against you. that's
right.
Yeah, that's pretty rough there with the Rangers offense right now. And, of course, getting this rested team, Stanley Cup champions coming into Madison Square Garden. That's always an electric place. That might even help the home team playing in front of all this stargazer. There's a lot of bandwagon people out there. They'll come in with the opponent's jersey. No one talks about that, but you often see that in New York.
Well, you should see it in Philly right now. The bandwagon's in full effect, and everybody's coming out and going, "But I had the Phillies." Sure you did. Sure.
That is right. We got Rod here on the Avalanche, -115 against the Rangers. This one to have a start time here of. This one's going to go off here at 8 p.m. Eastern time. This is your featured game over on TBS. It will be at, let me make sure that time. With the top of the hour, it's a TBS game, 8 o'clock Eastern time. ESPN has it. ESPN has this one. All right, yeah, ESPN is back in the hockey business, 2nd year now, grunting. So we like that. All right, Rod, let's take a look over at Pick Dodge Pin for tonight's action. We got big card on the ice. We got 4 from the NBA. Doing great work in the NHL this season. Take a look at Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs, showing good profit here. 755 units of profit, all documented in the NHL. Also showing great profit here the last 30 days. The last 7 days, coming off an absolute monster winning day yesterday. Wow. What do you have going on over at Pick Dogs Premium?
Monster winning day yesterday, and we the Canucks got us by 1 there. We had the Carolina Hurricanes on to win by 2, and they won 3-2 on that one. Otherwise, we would have swept the board yesterday. But we don't look back. We always look forward. So looking forward to today's action. I've got my $15 bookie buster going 8-2 with that play over the last 10. Head on over to Pick Dogs Premium, scoop it up, $15. Can't go wrong with that play there. Use the promo code 15 off, save even more. Let's pound that bookie. And also, I got my NHL hat trick play, which includes my $15 bookie buster today. So that's your best deal. Head on over to Pick Dogs Premium, scoop up my NHL hat trick. That includes my bookie buster that's on a nice 8-2 run. Jump aboard. As you can see, the NHL, my season pass $500. Use that promo code 15 off, and would have easily paid for itself. Almost doubled your money in the NHL already. And we're still early. We're only in the first month into the NHL. Lots of sports left to go. NBA is rolling. We got college basketball coming up, football coming up real shortly again too. So lots of sports. Now's that time. Grab a 3-day, grab a 7-day, grab a 30-day, or pair me up with the 2-for-1 capper deal with any one of the other hot cappers. You see Jay in basketball rolling it up. You also see Ruffalo pair us up with the Puck Dogs. There's another nice combo. 1 and 2 in the NHL to start this early season. Me and Ruffalo are on the top of the leaderboards of the NHL. So if you want the Puck Dogs package, head on over. We can grab it too. Many ways to make some money here over at Pick Dogs. Let's make some money.
Let's make some money indeed with Rod Zawacky over at Pick Dogs. Premium 755 units of profit. All document come up a big day yesterday, past 7 days showing great profit. Rod does have his bookie buster on the board right now. He's going to crush it again here. 8-2 in his last 10 $15 premium plays here. So get on board. Remember, these individual plays are credit guaranteed. They must turn a profit, or the amount you purchase is credited back into your account. That's profit guarantee. Also, a 3-pack up there on the ice from Rod. And of course, the way Rod's running, you should consider the long-term pass. A 1-month pass will get you all of Rod's premium plays for a month. He'll be in action here from the NFL, college football, NHL, NBA, entire World Series here. We got as well as college basketball. It begins in 13 days with that absolutely monster card. So get on board here with Rod for that 1 year, for that 1 month all sports pass. And of course, as you scroll down to near the bottom, actually at the bottom of the packages here, you'll see Rod's VIP season pass from the NHL. If you just want to get Rod's NHL, that's entire regular season as well as the postseason, which will go right into early to mid-June. So you've got almost 8 months of action there, right? When you think about it, 7.5 months of action from the NHL, postseason hockey there. So there's a lot up there. Of course, that promo code 15 off at checkout will take 15% off. So that's another $75 off. So it's a really good price there when you get on board with Rod's entire hockey season pass. Remember, this hockey goes for a long time. It's like the NBA. It goes all the way to the middle of June. So we're getting these playoff series. All of them are best of 7. So that playoff hockey is exciting. So if you like the hockey, and get that on board there with that. Or again, as we mentioned, the longer term pass, you can go with an all sports year pass. For a little bit for more there, get all of Rod Sports, there. And of course, I will ask. I don't know the answer to this question. So I'm going to ask you: will be into any World Cup action that begins in about 3 weeks?
Yeah, maybe I might dabble in a couple World Cup if something pops up that I see that we can make money on. You know, if I can, I'm a DJ in Canada. If I find something we can make money on, I'll pounce.
All right,
you don't have to twist my arm very hard. If I find something that we can make money on, I'm in.
All right, you're in, because it's coming up in 3 weeks, and that's another sport that will be getting all of our attention. Morning start times, I think, out here, so not so bad, not as bad as people have made it out to be. But anyway, because they play those games late at night in Qatar, I think so. It helps out here for the early morning viewing. All right, Rod, as always, great to have you to the show. Keep up that success, and we'll talk with you again tomorrow.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, thanks for having me. Appreciate it, everybody. Smash that thumbs up. Cost you nothing. Helps us out a ton. Appreciate everybody tuning in. Thanks, everybody. Let's get ourselves another winner. And I'll see you tomorrow, Tony. See everybody else tomorrow morning. Join us for the morning show. We always have fun there, too.
Actually, the morning show, 10 a.m. Eastern time. And check them out with Chris with those videos on the Puck Dogs. Rod Zawacky here on the drive through. Let's continue on, guys. You missed a pick. We'll recap it. And we're getting close to recap time. So I'll get my pick up here for you right away. And let's put the game up here. We're going to be looking here at this one between the Pistons and the Wizards, top of the hour. Wizards laying 5.5, total 220.5. I'll be looking at this one going over 220.5 in this one. It's it comes down to the fact that the Wizards are off to a really good start shooting the basketball. And they do get hurt a little bit here with their turnovers is something. And of course, when you turn over the ball, you create a fast break opportunity on the other end. So that's what I'm looking for here. A Wizard team that's shooting 49% overall, 12 and coming off a good shooting performance where they shot 49% overall, and they are hitting for the season 49%, 39% from beyond the arc. And of course, I'll be looking at the over game against Detroit. Detroit is last in the league in the net rating, and also last in the league here in defensive efficiency. They're giving up 118 points per 100 possessions. So I see this game going over a total here of 220 the way the Wizards are shooting. Guys, check out Pick Dogs Premium. I got a best bet $15 premium pick up there on the board right now, so get on board. Also, the long-term passes, $3, $7, or $30 sports pass. Get all my premium plays for that time period you select when you go to my handicapper page and make that purchase. Let's continue on here on the drive-through. It is now time for the recap, so let's recap today's picks, and we'll get the show picks up right now. Alex was on Pelicans Mavericks under 218.5. Damian was on CJ McCollum over 23.5 points. Tony Brown here, Sabres minus 110 against the Kraken. Ninos was on the Bruins minus 150 against the Stars. Shane was on the Warriors money line plus 105 here against the Suns. We have Jay on the Clippers minus 8 against the Thunder. Rod Avalanche minus 115 against the Rangers. I'm on the Pistons Wizards over 220. And let's see who we're going to go with here in this one. Pelicans and Mavericks. We got I'm going to go here with, this is a tough one today. The Clippers I've come down, actually, if you look at the line, it's come down to about 6. The one I like the most is going to be the Avalanche at minus 115 against the Rangers. That's where I'm going to land there with Rod there. I like the Avalanche team. The fact, the big stat there is 11-0 off 2 days rest. And we know with those teams with speed, you get them off 2 days of rest, they'll be fast on the ice. And the Rangers having issues right now scoring goals. So we'll go that route here. That'll do it for this edition of the Drive Thru, guys. Be sure to tune in again tomorrow live here at 6 p.m. Eastern time. We'll do it all over again. We'll bring in our cappers here from Pick Dogs and Sports Chat Place. Don't make picks here for the games in prime time. We'll have a big NBA board. We'll have some hockey as well for you as usual. So make sure you tune in. And of course, remember, you tune in every day at 10 a.m. Eastern time for the morning show. You got Mitch. You also have Chris, and you also have Rod Zawacky on the morning show. And don't forget, we've got Mitch's 7 picks in 5 minutes. The Puck Dogs picks from the hockey here, every game on the board with Rod and Chris on the YouTube channel, as well as Javon's Parlay of the Day. Don't forget the Jam Session NBA videos here from Jay. And of course, Jay will be joined by Mitch and McMorty here Wednesday morning here with, of course, the NFL show. So check it out. And of course, what do you like there, Rod? Which one do you like the best? Do you like Jay's pick the best? You like Shane's the best?
Love the Warriors on the money line.
Love the Warriors. There you go. He loves the Warriors. There you go. There you go. The Warriors on. I don't know how Rod ended on the screen with because we had a program there. All right. So Rod likes the Warriors money line plus 105 against the Suns. He was looking clip with no clip. Take me the Warriors. There you go. All right. That's going to do it for the show, guys. Let's go ahead and bring in our crew from tonight's show. We're going to go ahead and wave goodbye to you guys. You guys have a great evening, afternoon, and we'll talk to you again tomorrow here